Alright guys, Ashbfc here, and welcome to another Game Pickups episode. Been quite a while actually since the last one. I think December, was the last episode. So yeah, been a while. And I've actually not got massive amounts of games to show you, to be honest, because a bunch of them were digital, unfortunately. So, you know, because I've already ranted on about digital, so I won't. But anyway, let's get into it. So first up on PC, I got the Resident Evil 2 Remake, Metro Exodus, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Mortal Kombat 11, and Rage 2. So on PSP, I got this, Fate Extra, I think it's called. Right, this is a series that, I think there's a few games in it, maybe even manga or something, I don't know. It's a whole Japanese thing. I think there's visual novels or something. I only learned about it because of the game that came out on Switch. I think it was a launch game. I forgot what that was called, Fate something. And I thought I might get that. And then I found out there's other games, and I'm very OCD like that. If I discover a new series or something, or I'm getting around to playing a new series, and I have to sort of go back and play some of the others if I can. I'm very weird like that. So I think there was a game before this. There's a fighting game. I think this is like a dungeon crawler or something. I know some of this hack and slash. This might be hack and slash, I don't know. But I thought I'd check it out, and you see it's brand new sealed. Got this off eBay really cheap, and it's not an easy game to find, and I've seen it for going for quite a lot of money. So again, I got very lucky on eBay, which has been happening a lot recently, so I got a real bargain on this. Again, brand new. It's a pretty rare game, so I'll check it out at some point. If I like it, I may check out the others. I don't know. But yeah, that's Fate Extra on the PSP. So that's the only PSP game. So we'll move on to PS4. Just the three, actually. The first one being Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. I think I did a quick look video on this on the channel. Yeah, I put a few hours in. 3 hours or so into it, and I enjoyed it. You know, it's my first time proper playing Ace Combat, first one I've ever actually owned, and yeah, it was fun. I'm not very good at them. They're not normally the sort of games I play, but I liked what I played of this. I don't know whether I'll ever go back to it, but what I did play, it was fun. So yeah, that's Ace Combat 7. Of course, Devil May Cry 5. Yeah, we waited a long time for this, didn't we? And yeah, it delivered. Again, Capcom. They've just been so good lately, and this is shaping up. I reckon I'm about halfway through it, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and this is shaping up to possibly be the best one. It's back to proper Devil May Cry. You know, Dante's back in there, Nero and what have you. Combat's awesome, music's awesome, looks amazing, and has such a smooth frame rate. I don't know how they pulled that off, to have such a good looking game, so smooth on console. I'm talking PS4 Pro, I can't speak for the others, probably better on Xbox One X and obviously PC. But yeah, this is awesome, amazing return for Devil May Cry. Can't wait to get back into it. Fantastic. And it's the what do you call it? I don't know if it shows on camera, probably won't. Is it lenticular? They call these weird things. Yeah, awesome game, absolutely brilliant. So yeah. And finally on PS4, Days Gone. Yeah, the latest, I guess, AAA exclusive, and didn't particularly go down well with the reviews, did it? We'll get to that in a moment. I did a quick look video on this again. I said I really enjoyed it, and having put quite a lot more hours into it, this is mostly what I've been playing lately. I still stick by what I said. I think this is a really good game. I totally disagree with the reviews. It's far from perfect. Yeah, there's some issues. It's got a few technical problems, and it does get a bit repetitive. It could have done with a bit more variation. There's little things like that, but apart from that, I think it's a really good game. You know, I wasn't super hyped for it. I wasn't expecting anything amazing from it. I knew it wasn't going to be on the level of some of the other PlayStation exclusives, like obviously God of War, it's a pure masterpiece, and you know, Uncharted and what have you. But I think it's a great game. I think most of the reviews it got were pretty ridiculous. But I mean, it's game journalism these days. It's a joke, has been for a long time. You actually read some of the reviews of IGN or GameSpot or Polygon or whatever. You actually read them, they're absolute garbage, and these mostly clueless idiots. I mean, let's rewind to the whole Cuphead incident. Remember that? That sums up your game journalists these days. They don't know what they're talking about. They're morons. GameSpot 5 this, they give it a 5, mediocre. Shocking. But it was the same woman that did the Pokemon review when she worked for IGN, the Too Much Water. Do you know what I mean? Don't ever go off reviews. But oh yeah, there's a lot to like. I like zipping around on my bike. I've been like getting all my bike upgrades. You know, story's pretty well done. It's nothing amazing. They've pushed hard with the story. The writing's obviously not on a Naughty Dog or a Rockstar level, but I think they did a pretty decent job. You know, it's really good presentation. Looks amazing. Beautiful looking game, and the hordes, the zombie hordes, are the best thing about this when you come across those. Especially when you're not equipped to take them out, and it's night and you make a bit too much noise, and just this flood of zombies come charging out of nowhere. It's terrifying, and yeah. No, I've really enjoyed all the time I've had with this game so far, and I've put a lot of hours in, and I'm going to see it through to the end and do everything I can. I've really enjoyed it. Totally disagree with the reviews. Totally disagree with them. It's a great game. So, yeah. Alright, on to Nintendo Switch, which is the most games, and that's most of what I've been playing, console-wise, is my Nintendo Switch, because I love my Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I did get a couple of digital games. Got the Phoenix Wright trilogy, again by Capcom, awesome, but no physical release for that. That's the one bad thing about Capcom, is they don't particularly like giving the West digital physical games. They keep giving us digital. That's the bad thing. But yeah, I love Phoenix Wright. It's awesome to have those games. I think they're on everything now, Xbox One, PS4, PC, so everyone can play them now. They're amazing games. They used to be exclusive to Nintendo handhelds, but fantastic games. I hope they'll bring the others. So yeah, that's great stuff. And I also got Dragon's Dogma as well. It turns out though the US did get a physical release for this, which I was pissed off. I should have looked properly, because I would have got that, because it's region free, and I might still get it just to have a physical copy. But yeah, I got Dragon's Dogma, which I always thought looked pretty cool. I never got around to playing it back in the day. I think I've got it in my Steam library. It's been in there for years. Got it in a sale or something. The Dark, what was it? Dark Horizon, Horizon or whatever. I've always heard good things about Dragon's Dogma. It's generally considered a very underrated game. I know a lot of fans have been desperate for a sequel. And I've had a little play on it so far. It seems a good port. It looks quite... I mean, it is a game from last gen, you know, but it looks quite nice. Frame rate holds smooth for the most part on Switch, which I think it did have massive frame rate problems, didn't it, on Xbox 360 and PS Series. I think the Switch is a superior port to the last gen versions. Obviously it's not going to be able to the PS4 and PC versions, but no, it works very well, and it's portable as well, which often makes up for all that stuff. But yeah, it seems really cool. I don't think it's loved for its story and its characters, more just the mechanics of it. Like, I really like the combat. You can climb on your enemies, and there's little things like you can just pick people up and just throw them. And it's hilarious to me. The Japanese should make more RPGs like this, because they don't do many RPGs like this, do they? It's not really their thing. But yeah, I can see myself. It's a game I get addicted to. So I'll be definitely putting more time into that, and I think I could see what the fuss was about. So yeah, that's Dragon's Dogma on Switch. Anyway, for actual physical, I actually got this quite a while ago, actually, a few months ago. But the Sega Mega Drive Classic Collection, this has been released on everything. It's on Steam, it's on... it could have even... I think did it originally come out last gen? I think this could have been on 360 and PS3 and what have you. But, you know, it's just full of games from my childhood. I couldn't resist. I had to get them. Plus, portable again. Everything's on there. Streets of Rage, Altered Beast, Alex Kidd, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Phantasy Star, Shining Force, Sonic the Hedgehog, Shinobi. Just so many great games. So yeah, I couldn't pass that one up. Yeah, it's brilliant. There is the Sega Mega Drive Classic, or Mini, whatever they call it, coming out in, I think, September. I'm gonna have to get that. So yeah, I also got The World Ends With You Final Remix. This was originally a DS game, which I just never got around to playing it. And this is another game I thought looked pretty cool, and I always heard good things about it. I think it was a very highly reviewed game. So I popped it in a while back. I'll be honest with you, I fucking hated it. Do you know why? The controls. It's all like touchscreen and motion, and I hate that shit so bad. Like, you've got to control your character by like dragging your finger on the screen, and all the combat, it's all touching it and shit. Why couldn't they just give you the option of just using the analog sticks and the buttons? Would it kill them to give options? This is the thing with Nintendo and the gimmicks. They love to force them on you. Don't give you options. And I hated it. I hated the control scheme. I can't get past it. Totally ruins the game for me. I might give it one last chance, see if I can adjust to it, but I can't see it happening. The entire time I was just thinking how uncomfortable this is and what a piece of shit this control scheme is. God damn it. So, not happy with that. Damn it, Nintendo. Something else I'm not happy with as well. I also got Darksiders, the War Master Edition. I think the last episode I showed you I got Darksiders 1 and 2, the remaster versions, on PS4. And I also got them on PC as well. Again, I got those in a Steam sale or something. But again, Darksiders, just never got around to playing them. And I always heard very good things. Not so much with the third. I don't think the third's meant to be shit in it. They fucked it up. But 1 and 2 always got a lot of praise, and I saw a lot of Zelda comparisons, which it's got to be a good thing, right? So yeah, when it came out on Switch, I thought, oh, screw it, I'll go with the Switch version instead. And I popped it in a couple of weeks ago, and it's a shit port. I looked at the reviews though, and everyone's saying, oh, it's a great port, awesome on Switch. Well, we're playing a different game. This is a shit port. It's a last gen game, there's no excuse for it. The resolution is diabolical, it hurts my eyes. You got two modes. I think high performance and high quality. So high quality, you've got, I think, like 1080p or something, but runs at a crap frame rate. Then you can put high performance, which runs at an appallingly low resolution and runs kind of 60ish, but it's still a bit dodgy with the frame rate. But yeah, it runs at such a low resolution, it's like, no, but I want the 60 frames per second, and it's a crap port, there's no excuses for that. It's a last gen game. The Switch should be more than capable of running it decently, you know. And they got fucking Doom and Wolfenstein running on it, for God's sake. I think it always comes down to the studios that actually port it. Some are just better than others, but I do not think that's a good port. There's a crap version, so I think I'll just go with the PS4 versions. That was a waste of money. Not happy. That might just be me. I don't know, but I was not happy with the port. I think it's unacceptable. So, God damn it. Anyway, a good port. Final Fantasy X 10-2 on the Switch. There's probably a video of me like 5 years ago, maybe even longer, saying this is the year I'll finally beat Final Fantasy X, and it still hasn't happened. I don't know why, because I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I've been for years, but I just never beat 10. I never played more than an hour of it, and it's been on the to-do list for so long. I've never even touched 10-2, and I've never even touched 12. But I've pretty much done all the others, with the exception of Lightning Returns, which I could not get into. And what was the other game I didn't like? I think it started off as a PSP game, and they brought it to PS4 and PC, maybe. Type 0? I didn't like that. Did not like. Oh, and I've not even beat Crisis Core either, and I've got that on PSP. But I said, sack it. I'm gonna play the Switch version. Maybe this is the year. I'd like to think it is, probably won't be, but maybe this is the year I finally beat Final Fantasy X, and then can maybe do 10-2, I don't know. But yeah, I've got it on PS4, I've got it on PS2, but I'm going to go with the Switch version, because I checked it out, and it's, I mean, come on, it's a PS2 game, there'd be no excuse if this was a crap port, but looks and plays every bit as good as all the other versions I've seen. So, yeah. Although, what the hell is this on the top, Nintendo? What's this ugly white box on the case? Why would they've done this with other games? I think they do it with LA Noire. I don't know if it's on every case or it's just a European thing, but it's telling you that only 10 is on the cartridge. The other's a digital code, so you need the internet. Don't put it on the front and ruin the box. Look how ugly it is. Stick it on the back. Why ruin the box? It's like those stupid like, you know, greatest hits versions and platinum versions of games where they have an ugly box. That's what it reminds me of. It's disgraceful, Nintendo. So yeah. Anyway, I also got Constructor Plus. This originally came out in 1997, and I remember as a little kid really wanting to play this game, but I just never got around to it. Because I remember when this came out, I was really into, well, Theme Hospital was my game at the time, still one of my all-time favourites. But yeah, I was really into these sort of construction management simulation style games, you know, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Theme Park World, SimCity, stuff like that. And I just never got around to getting this, and I sort of forgot about it for years. And then I saw it was getting released on Switch. I think it's on PS4, Xbox One and PC as well. I thought, I'm going to get it on Switch. I finally got it. As I said, I wanted to play it since 1997. And I've had a little play, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I would have enjoyed this as a kid, I know I would. It might have been a bit too hard for me, actually. It does seem like it would be quite difficult, but yeah, it's really cool. And controls very well, actually. You think a game like this might not work on console, but no, it works pretty well. I don't like the handheld mode though, because that was what I was most looking forward to playing. Everything's too squashed, because you've got like so many tabs and menus and stuff, and it's too squashed. It doesn't work well, so it's better played on TV. But yeah, I'll be playing some more of this when I get time. But yeah, I wish I would have played this back as a kid back in the day. That would have been fun. And finally, a game I just got yesterday, actually. Just sort of said, fuck it, I'm gonna get it. I got Pokemon Let's Go, the Pikachu version, because they did Eevee was the other version as well. You know Pokemon, they always got to have two versions. This came out sometime last year, didn't it? Originally I was quite excited for it. I mean, I've been out the Pokemon loop for years. I don't know anything about recent Pokemon. Although I did recently see Detective Pikachu. You know, it's a video game movie. What else can you say? Not terrible, but not good either. But yeah, I was a big fan of Pokemon back in the day, during the first gen. I had Pokemon Blue, brother had Pokemon Red. Loved them. I did go on to get Pokemon Gold as well. Never did beat that, but I did enjoy it. And I very, very briefly played Fire Red, was it? A remake on Game Boy Advance of Pokemon Red. Whatever, that was pretty much the last Pokemon game I touched. I've not touched any of them since. How many Pokemon are there now? It's insane, right? I've seen some of the designs, and I think they ran out of ideas a long time ago. Some of them are like, what is that? But yeah, this I kind of thought when I saw it, 'cause it's kind of like a remake of Pokemon Red and Blue. Well, I guess more like Yellow actually, because Pikachu follows you around if you chose this version. But it lacks it's not a fully fledged Pokemon RPG, because it lacks the battles. That was what put me off. You can only battle the trainers. There's no fighting Pokemon in the wild, which I don't know why they did that. It would have been great if they'd have done that. You just capture them like you do with that shitty mobile game that everyone went mental for. Just Pokemon Go. Is that still a thing? It works like that. You just capture them and you level your Pokemon that way. And as I said, there is a little battles with trainers and stuff, but they should have just let you battle Pokemon in the wild. That's what Pokemon is. But yeah, I did about an hour or so on it. It is actually pretty fun. I'm going to play some more of this, but it's just the lack of the battles. There's such a missed opportunity with this. I don't know why didn't they do that? Because that would have been awesome if that would have been the case, but still, it is pretty fun. So yeah, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, the first Pokemon game I've touched in years. But that's not all, actually. I have 3 Xbox 360 games. The first 360 games I've picked up in probably years, actually. I've really not got many. When it comes to PS3 and Xbox 360, I've got a very small library. I need to build those up, because now's the time, because you can get them so cheap. Now is the time to get them, so I'm going to have to start getting some. But I got Dante's Inferno on 360. Again, this is another game I saw back in the day and thought looked pretty cool. Give me a bit of a God of War, Devil May Cry sort of vibe to it. And again, heard good things. Generally considered very underrated. So yeah, I thought I'd forgot about it, and something reminded me a few weeks back of it. I might have seen it in a YouTube video or something. I thought, oh yeah, shit, that game. And I looked on eBay, I got it for like a couple of quid. So I've not checked it out yet, but I think I'll enjoy it. I mean, it's by Visceral, innit? The Dead Space guys, who are an awesome studio. Whatever happened to those guys? Oh yeah, EA shut them down because that's what EA does. Buys out awesome developers, shuts them down so they can never make any more amazing games again. Because that's how you do things, EA style. Fuck EA, what a joke. You're next, BioWare, guaranteed. BioWare is next. Their last game will be Dragon Age, and then they're done. Guarantee it. But yeah, I'll check this one out as soon as I can. Give me an excuse to crack out my Xbox One. I've not touched it in well over a year. I've slagged it off a few times on Xbox One. I just think it's such a monumentally disappointing console. I mean, just due to lack of exclusives. And it's the biggest waste of money I've spent on a console, and the least amount of time I've ever put into any console I've owned. And I've owned pretty much every single console since the NES, with the exception of the Master System and the Game Gear. I've owned them all, that's handhelds included, and I've always got my money's worth. Xbox One. I played my Wii U more. A lot more. But yeah, it's backwards compatible with these games, so I can switch it on! That's its only use. That's its only use to me, is an Xbox One to play Xbox 360 games. But I've got an Xbox 360 over there. Oh, anyway, the final two. I got Saints Row 1 and 2. It was the release of Saints Row 3 on Switch that sort of put me in a Saints Row mood. I nearly got Saints Row 3 on Switch. Apparently it's a shit port again, isn't it? It's got a lot of frame rate and technical issues. I suppose it's going to get patched, and we'll see if they can fix it. I might get it. But I thought I'll go back and revisit these, because I remember this. I got so many great memories of this back in the day. I loved it. It was the next best thing to Grand Theft Auto, weren't it? So many companies had tried to take a crack at Grand Theft Auto, and there's just no dethroning Rockstar, is there? But yeah, Volition, they did the best job, didn't they? And at the time, this did a lot of things better than GTA. I mean, it had physics for a start. I mean, San Andreas at this time was the latest GTA, I think. And it was so much fun. I loved the single player. Sank so many hours into it. And the multiplayer as well is a good blend of, you know, comedy and seriousness. And yeah, I did pop it in a few days ago. I admit, it's not aged super well, but it's still fun. I might try and play through this again. This might be fun to play on the channel, but yeah, I forgot how ugly it looked. I remember thinking it was awesome graphics back in the day. It's not a pretty looking game anymore, but it's still fun. It's still fun. It was a great game. A lot of good memories. And Saints Row 2, I never really got into this one. They start obviously got wackier and wackier with every entry, and this one went a bit over the top, a little bit too much for my liking. But it did seem fun. I never got too far, so I'd like to go back and fully play through this, give it a chance. So yeah, was this the one where you could grab people and throw them like you could do in the Punisher? Because Volition were the guys that did Punisher. Saints Row 3, obviously it went super wacky, didn't it? And I think they just wanted to separate themselves from GTA and let's just make it our own thing. And I know some people lied that I didn't. And then, you know, 4 was the alien stuff, and that was just not for me. I wish they wouldn't have done that. There's rumours that Saints Row might be coming back in some way. I think a developer or someone, was it the publisher, Deep Silver or something? It was like a tweet saying there's something in store. I don't know, something about the Saints. It was a hint that there's something in the future for them. If it does come back, I'd like them to go back to like the original game, keep more grounded. That'd be interesting. But yeah, Saints Row 1 and 2. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. That's all the games I got. I'll try for the next episode. I'll try not to make it too much of a gap. Can't make any promises, but I'll try and get some more retro games in there. They're always the most fun. I'll get some more. Obviously, the most expensive, but yeah, I'd like to get some more retro games because I've not been building up my collection of retro games for a while. I need to get on that. So yeah, that's everything, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.